Happy New Year, everyone. It's me, John Lorden, and the channel's back. Welcome to your first episode of Johnny Vlogs for 2018, being recorded on New Year's Day. Fresh for you guys. Before we get started on our little chat today, I have to thank Casey Wilkins, who is now pledged on Patreon. Thank you, Casey. Doug Diamond upped his pledge. Thank you so much, Doug. I really appreciate that. Catherine McKinnon and Sean Norris have pledged together on Patreon, now supporting the channel. And finally, Lotus also pledged. Thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. You guys are amazing. And one of the things that I really wanted to talk about in this video is just kind of looking back, you know, for me personally, a lot of big changes, moved into a new home, you know, unfortunately lost one of our fur babies, Gary, added a new fur baby. A lot of pretty big changes on the personal front, but in terms of the channel, there was a lot of significant changes. And first of all, I have to give a very special thank you to my Patreon and my PayPal supporters because we did a lot of good last year. We donated to a lot of causes. We far exceeded, I'm sure we more than doubled the donations that we did the year before. I'm just really proud that we're able to help in that way, that it's more than just talking about these cases, that we're becoming a part of these cases in some way by trying to assist these families with dealing with their lost loved ones or their memorials in some cases. It's really special to me that we do that, and I appreciate that you guys are helping me do that. It really means the world to me, so I want to thank you all for that. And just when I look back at last year, that's one of the things that I'm most proud of, because I know we donated a significant amount of money to many different good causes. I also just wanted to think and reflect on the shows, and what really stood out to me is a big change that we've had with the audience now getting more and more substantial. Now it's becoming a lot easier to get interviews, and I'm trying to work those into the normal show schedule. It's kind of challenging because now it's this extra thing in terms of scheduling, and sometimes they're extra episodes almost. Like for this week, for example, rather than do a case crack tomorrow, I'm going to record an update for you guys about another interview that I had on the BJ Ward case, which I think I'm going to do that normally going forward. Case Cracked, I love that show, but when I have updates that are pertaining to missing persons cases, I really want to get that information out. And I'm starting to feel a little bad when I do those updates in place of a new Searchlight episode. So I'm really trying to shift the schedule just a little bit. There are so many missing persons cases that you guys tell me about that I want to feature as many of those as possible. So going into 2018, I'm really going to try to focus on every week a brand new Searchlight. If I do have updates, I'm going to run those updates in place of some other show during the week, maybe instead of Johnny Vlogs, maybe instead of Case Cracked. I won't let it step on regular Brain Scratch. I'm going to focus on keeping regular Brain Scratch healthy as well. Searchlight and Brain Scratch I really see as the heart of this show. So those two, I want to make sure that we're getting fresh episodes every week. But for specifically for Searchlight updates, I'm going to look to sprinkle those in at other times during the week so that we can always feature a new case and hopefully help a new family in terms of raising exposure to their case. So that's kind of my plan. I also wanted to give you guys the opportunity, because it's been a little while since I've really done this in a video, but I want to open up the forum here for suggestions that you might have for the channel or the formats or anything like that. I do have new artwork that's coming. Copper is working on that. We've been working back and forth for the past several months on several designs. So new artwork is coming. A new Brain Scratch logo is also coming this year. I'll tell you more about that when we get closer to it being released. So some of the visuals will be a little bit updated, but outside of that, if you have any ideas in particular for I don't know, maybe you have a show idea. Maybe there's something about a particular show that is a feature that you would like to see added to that show. Please let me know about it in the comments below here. Some of your suggestions really help. For example, last year, someone suggested that we start putting the locations of the missing people on the actual thumbnail. So I've started doing that. Someone else suggested, well, is that really searchable? Can we also include it in the metadata for the video? So I've started doing that as well. So it's your suggestions that really help make things better, and I want to make this video in particular a place for those suggestions. How can we tune things up as we roll forward into 2018 and make things maybe even a little bit better than they have been on the channel? So please let me know. It's an open discussion. Also wanted to remind you at the end of this week, we are doing another interview, this time with the creators of the film Breaking the Cycle, and that is going to be on Friday at 12:15 Central Time, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good conversation. That's essentially going to be a JohnnyVlogs episode, so if you can't catch it for some reason, it will be re-released on Monday morning in a recorded format, so you can watch it whenever you want after that. But if you want to see it live, if you want to participate in the conversation, and this is basically an open Q&A. I'm literally going to leave it open to you guys. I'll have a couple questions just to kind of get them started, but after that, we're going to go right to your questions on the live Q&A. So you'll be asking directly what you want to know about the differences in prison systems or any questions you might have on that stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that one. I hope you guys will join us for that. Outside of that, like I mentioned, tomorrow, not a case cracked, but a Searchlight update. Very interesting information. Spoke to the girlfriend of BJ Ward. I don't think you guys want to miss that. And if you can help us raise awareness and publicize that information, there's a couple of very important twists to this case that we're going to discuss on that video. So really want you to check that out. And Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you so much for being such an important part of my life. Thank you so much for everything that you brought me in 2017, 2016, and before. And I just look forward to what we can do together to hopefully make this world a little bit of a better place in 2018. I think some focus could certainly be put in that direction. And I thank you guys for caring enough to be part of my efforts in doing that. So take care, everyone. I'll see you back here on the Lord and Arts channel tomorrow.